Okay, so let's have a conversation. You and I see how we can practice this present perfect a little bit more. Isa, have you ever traveled abroad besides the United States? I know you live in the US right now, but have you ever traveled abroad, maybe to another country?
Yes, when I was a flight attendant, I
Wait
traveled
a
a
second.
lot.
Back it up. Hold on. You were a flight attendant, Isa? Are you being serious?
Yes, I was a flight attendant in Colombia with Avianca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what an experience, huh?
Yes, I love. It's the best job in the world.
Tell me, what was your schedule like when you were working? Because I hear that people that are flight attendants and are pilots, they have to work 2 weeks and then you get 2 weeks off. Is that really true? Is that the
Or
way it works?
no. No, it depends of the airline, but
Okay.
no, in with Avianca is different. It's for example, Monday you fly to Madrid, Spain,
Right.
and you stay Tuesday in Madrid, rest, relaxing, shopping, and return to Colombia on Wednesday. And
Wednesday.
for example, Thursday, free day, on Friday, for example, Bogota,
So you get like
Cartagena, Pereira.
maybe one day off between flights?
Yes, no always, but yes, it depends. It depends the schedule, but
Wow, that's tough.
always you go and return to your la base de uno, to the base city.
Yeah.
In my case, was Bogota. So always travel to Spain and return. Travel to Germany, return. United States, return. No, in another airlines is different. For example, Bogota, Madrid, Madrid, Barcelona,
Uh,
Barcelona, Munich, Munich, Paris, and
I see.
after 10 days, return to your city. And
Yeah,
no.
maybe those are the companies that because I have a friend of mine that was studying to be a pilot, and
Uh-huh.
in those companies, they, like you say, maybe they go from one city to another city to another city. Maybe they work for 2 weeks and then get another 2 weeks off. But
Uh-huh.
that's
But no,
crazy. But
when
no.
Avianca, no.
Wow. Wow.
Yes,
But it's a cool experience, right? I mean, uh
yes,
I get I guess you are very used to, you're very accustomed to sleeping in a hotel, right? You get used to that.
yes. We always stay in the hotel and
Same
good
hotel.
hotels.
Good
Yes,
hotels. Did you stay in a room by yourself or did you stay with a colleague?
yes.
By
No,
yourself.
but by myself. Yes,
Oh,
no
that's
for.
fantastic. You can relax, right?
Yes,
Awesome.
yes,
Wow, that's amazing. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So
yes. I love my job.
awesome. Cool. Danny, are you with us? Danny
Danny.
is gone. Oh yeah, okay, so I hope she's okay. I know she was running, so I hope she's okay. Um,
Yeah.
well, now you're living in the US, Isa, and I know that because you're in the US is kind of dicen que es una olla mezcladora, pues si lo traducimos, but they say in English, it's a melting pot of different cultures. It's a mixture of, different cultures,
Mhm.
foods, people. What kind of foods have you tried from different cultures now that you're living in the US?
No, I don't like, no, dice como, no soy muy arriesgada en ese sentido.
Really? You stick with the safe food, with the safe you are used to, the food that you know.
Ajá, yes,
And
exactly.
and where do you think this maybe you're a little bit afraid, maybe you're a little bit scared. Where did this come from? Did you have maybe a bad experience with some food in the past?
No, I remember, no,
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 you just
because always I eat only the conocida. food.
Yeah, the
Para
no
mí,
food.
the no food for me, no, nothing strange or something like that. No.
Cool, cool. Well, what is of all the food you have eaten, what is your favorite dish?
Eh, my favorite food is Colombian food. And the dish, we know, I don't know many. Rice with chicken, spaghetti with chicken or beef, cool salads. Oh no, no, you're bandeja
You're very
paisa,
healthy. Very healthy.
ajiaco.
Yeah, I was gonna say bandeja paisa too,
Eh,
but you're very healthy with your chicken and rice and your pasta
Sí,
and rice and your salads. Cool.
sí.
Well, all right. My next question here is this one here, number 3, and it says, "Have you ever had a difficult conversation with a friend or a family member?" I imagine that when we grow up, sometimes we don't maybe we don't agree with our parents or something. That's normal. But what's a conversation that you thought it was difficult, but you had to have that conversation, and it was with a friend or a family? Do you remember ever having a conversation like that?
Eh, let me think. Oh, give me a moment, please.
Sure. Take your time.
Um, yes, sometimes, for example, in this moment I live with my cousin,
Yeah.
and sometimes we talk about the como cosas de convivencia.
Yeah.
For example, but no, it's hard. Only, oh, please leave X cosa ordenada o algo así.
Oh, okay. So it's not
Pero,
too hard.
yes, no, not too hard. I remember with my friends or another family, no.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
I think, like you were telling me that you live with some friends. That can be maybe a little bit difficult sometimes because you say,
yeah.
they're my friend, and I don't want them to get angry and stuff. So yeah, that's normal. But I think sometimes it's
Uh-huh.
necessary. It's a necessary conversation, uh,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes sometimes when you have the conversation, you know what you say, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. So I think sometimes we are more afraid of the reality of how bad it can really be. So um
Mhm.
no, I think uh I think we have to be a little more open-minded and trust that things aren't as bad as we think. They're usually not as bad. They're much easier. For me, I'm a father of 2 teenagers, so I have many
Yeah,
difficult conversations all the time. But
yeah.
that's normal and nothing new there. Um, and no, I think everything is necessary when it comes to communication. It's so much easier to be honest, and I think if you are honest, everything at the end is going to be okay. Everything in the end is
Mhm.
going to be okay. Sometimes when we don't have a conversation that we should have, and then you say, I should have told them before, maybe a consequence, or maybe you didn't tell a friend something you wanted to tell them, and they make a bad decision, or so I think it's always cool to just go ahead. What's the worst that can happen? People aren't going to stop being your friends, right? All right, here we go with another question. Isa, have you ever learned a new skill, or maybe if you remember, what was the last skill you have ever learned, and what was it, and how did you learn it?
Yes. No. I'm sorry, teacher.
No problem at all, Lisa. I totally understand. I know you're working, so no worry. So Isa,
Okay.
I wanted to ask you, what was the last skill you learned, and what was it? How did you learn it?
Hmm. Um, oh yes. Uh, the last skill was drive very good cars.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
Parking very good because it's my job. because when
Yeah.
I was in Colombia, no, really bad. But now I am very good in this job.
Well, now that we're talking about that, you have to park a lot of different cars. And
Yes.
can you now drive stick? Are you good at driving stick or?
No, only the automatic.
Okay. What happens if
Yes.
like a car comes and you have to drive stick? What do you do in that case?
No, I say to the people, please leave in the front. We can park in the front. We have spots,
Oh,
and
okay.
I say to people, oh, please put your car in the front, and the people, oh, okay, okay, yeah, no more.
That's it.
Yes.
Wow. People are very understanding, huh? They kind of like they get it. I think it's
Uh-huh.
cool that people are very understanding because sometimes I think people need they have to be a little more patient, but I think a lot of people in the US they're very patient. Cool. Uh did you ever have like an accident or a situation where it was not good for your job?
Yes. It was in August.
Oh boy, what
I
happened?
I drive a GNC. It's a big truck.
Yeah.
And when I turn to the right, no sé cómo se dice, pero me subí al andén con la llanta
Oh
de atrás
boy.
y se rompió la llanta.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh boy. And did you get in
Um,
trouble? Like, did your boss say anything?
no, I the poor thing is the client see to
Yeah.
me when happened on the client. Oh
Oh
my God,
boy.
my throat.
Oh boy.
But no, the in this country, all the rich people have all the things with
Insurance.
seguros. Yes,
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and they said, no, don't worry, please drive safe. And I going to pedir garantía, the
Oh yeah, yeah. Get the guarantee.
the guarantee. The guarantee, and don't worry, you're okay, I'm sorry. Pero pudo haber
Wow.
sido peor.
Yeah, yeah. Very lucky.
Mhm.
Wow. Phew.
Mhm.
All right. Tell me, Isa, do you like to read in your free time? Is reading one of the things you like to do?
Mm, yes, but no, I don't read frequently, but
Yeah.
I like to read books about, for example, motivation or, for example, the 10 pilares of the rich, los 10
Yeah.
pilares de la riqueza, or
Yeah, yeah.
eh, books about that, yes, or
Well,
the food.
can
Yes.
you tell me about a book maybe that you read that has changed your perspective or your opinion about something that maybe changed your thinking?
Yes, I like follow I love the Doctor Jaramillo.
Mhm.
He's about the good habits, the eat healthy, all of them. And I read the El Milagro Metabólico,
Okay.
and this book changed a lot of things because before I eat really bad papitas, candies, and comida chatarra.
Wow.
Con,
Okay.
¿Cómo se dice? Con food, bueno, comida chatarra. And now,
Yeah, junk food, junk food.
junk food. And now I eat healthy. Gracias al libro.
Wow. Cool. I
Oh,
think when we're younger, we don't think about our diet too much, but it really is necessary.
Permíteme un momentito.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
No worries at all, Lise.
Okay.
So we were talking about maybe a book that you have read that has changed your perspective or your opinion or point of view. What has been a book like that that maybe has changed your perspective?
What is the what? I don't understand the
Yeah, this
question.
is the second question here. Have you ever read a book that has changed your perspective or your opinion on something? Have you maybe read a book that has changed your mind or has made you say, wow, I don't think the same way about this topic as before?
Yes, yes. In my case, because yes, I say, oh my God, I no again. Eat back, no. Eat healthy is better always for all for uh, my salud,
For your health, yeah.
for my health en como en todo, and sí, en general, in general.
In general, for sure.
Yes, and you.
Go ahead. No, for me, there is a book. I don't know if you have seen this person that maybe you've seen him maybe on YouTube or something or social media. His name is Jordan Peterson. Have you ever
Mm,
have you ever heard of him?
no.
He is he's a psychologist, but
Oh,
he he writes books. They're not about psychology, but they're books about how to live a better life. And
oh.
but it's not the usual, self-help books like Walter Rizzo or nothing like that. It's very different. In fact, I don't know if you have ever read maybe this book. Here, let me show you. This is one of the books that I've read of his. This is the book here. 12 Rules for Life. And this is a book.
No.
No, it's they sell it in Spanish also, 12 reglas para vivir. It's
Yeah.
it's wow, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, I'm gonna just
Oh.
I'm gonna just show you really quick here and then I'll explain. So one of the rules of his book, and each one of the rules is like a chapter in the book. But the first rule is stand up straight with your shoulders back. Stand up straight
Oh.
with your shoulders back. What that means is, many people, because they have had difficult situations in their life, maybe they don't have good confidence. Maybe they're maybe sad. They're people that they don't feel they are the best version of themselves. So in this chapter, he talks about how you should try to physically walk straight, looking forward, but also mentally um to have a good perspective about life and yourself. Uh, Number
Oh.
two, treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. And I thought this chapter was very interesting because in this chapter, he talks about how like some people have a dog or a cat and they take care of the dog and the cat very much. If the
Yes.
cat or the dog needs medicine, they buy the medicine, they take the dog to the veterinarian and everything. But when it comes to us, when we have to take medicine, when we have to eat healthy, when we have to do exercise, we don't do it. So we treat our pets better than we treat ourselves. And
Yes.
and just like the rule says, we are responsible for helping ourselves. So we have to be more responsible with ourselves. I thought that was a very good chapter.
Mm.
The
Oh,
third one is
interesting.
befriend people who want the best for you. So that means only become friends with somebody who wants the best for you. Sometimes, people have friends that they don't want the best for you. They want you to just have fun with them, just party with them, just spend money with them. But they really don't want the best for you. If you tell them, hey, I have a new job and I'm gonna get more money, more this, there are some friends that will get very envious or maybe will get very jealous. So he just says here in this chapter number 3, be very careful who is your friend. I thought that was very
Yes.
well, but I mean, the way he writes the book, it's very interesting because it's a little bit of psychology, but a little bit of philosophy. So it's really interesting, really cool.
I'm going to buy for
It's
Amazon.
really good. I'll send you the name of it in send me a message through WhatsApp internally,
Okay.
and I'll send you the name of it.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Sounds good.
Number 4 is, and this is very important in today's society. Number 4 says, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Because, you know, nowadays we live in a society where you look at Instagram and you look at, you know, TikTok or different social media or the internet, and you see people have money and they're traveling and they're beautiful and they have good couples and good families and everything's perfect, and you say, why can't I have that life? She's, you know, he's more beautiful, or she's more beautiful, they have more money, they have more of this. And so number 4 says, don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to you. Are you better than you were yesterday? Are you better than who you were last year? That's the only person you should compare yourself to, is yourself. And I think that was very, very good advice, especially in today's society. Number 5 is really more for parents, but I think it can also apply if you have friends. And number 5 says, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. And, you know, some parents don't like to say it, but some parents don't like their children. Some parents hate their children because their children they're bad kids. They're a pain in the ass. You know, they don't have good behavior. They're rude. But so this number 5, it tells you have to be a good parent, because if you don't like your child, imagine another person who is not their family. They're going to hate your child. And when your child becomes an adult, nobody is going to want to work with them. Nobody's going to want to talk with them. Nobody is going to want to be with them. So it's very important that you do a good job as a parent. Number 6 is fantastic. Number 6 says, set your house in order before you criticize the world. And wow, this is very relevant for today's society, because especially as you can see in the US, Isa, there's a lot of protest, you know, people protesting this, they protest that, war here, war there, and everybody's fighting. But if you go to their house is super disorganized. They're not responsible with their bills. They're not responsible with their family. And so some people want to fix the world, but their house is a disaster. Tanto figurativamente como literalmente, right? So before you can organize the world, you have to organize your life. And then you can try to organize the world. That's number 6. Number 7. This is also very important in today's world, which is pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. What that means is always work hard for something that has purpose, algo que tiene propósito. And something that is expedient is algo que es efímero, algo que no dura nada. So I'll give you a good example. You know, it's a lot of fun when you stay home and maybe you just watch TV and you relax. But you can't live your life like that. When you have those days, those are good once in a while. But if you do that every day, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be sad. You have to do something in life that gives you drive, that gives you meaning, que le ha sentido, that gives you meaning, that gives you purpose. And that is what is going to make you happy. Not these things that they start today and they finish tomorrow, you know? Number 8 is very hard because we as human beings, we lie all the time. Y aunque suene como you know, maybe exaggerated. Usted casi llega. No, en 5 minutos llego, and you're still like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Shower, right? So Number 8 says, tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Diga la verdad, o por lo menos no mienta. When you tell a lie, especially when you tell a lot of lies, then your life becomes a lie because you have to do something to cover that lie, and something else to cover that lie, and do something else to cover that lie. So if you tell the truth, everything's going to be okay. And we were talking about this before, you and me, right? Number 9 says, assume whoever you're listening to knows something you don't. And most of the time when we talk to people, especially now, because everything is so fast, because of social media, we want everything fast. The food fast, the answers fast, my life fast, the diet fast, everything fast. And sometimes when we have conversations with people, nos están escuchando, pero realmente no nos están escuchando, sino que ya están planeando cómo contestar antes de nosotros terminar de hablar. So this is what number 9 means. Instead of thinking, what am I going to answer? Listen to people, because we think we know everything, but there is always something that we can learn from another person. Always something we can learn from another person. So listen to people, because there's something that you don't know about them. Maybe they have some information, something new you can learn from them. Number 10 is be precise in your speech. And this is very similar to tell the truth. But if you say you're going to do something, if you promise you're going to do something, if you say you're going to do something, do it. You know? So that's number 10. Number 11 is don't bother children while they are skateboarding. So eso quiere decir, no moleste a los niños cuando están montando patineta. But ¿qué significa eso? What does that mean? That means that in today's world, a lot of parents, they see that maybe their child is doing something that is maybe a little bit dangerous, un poquito arriesgado, you know, a lo mejor está cortando la carne con un cuchillo y tiene 2 o 3 años, right? And no, and no, don't do this, don't do that, no, don't play this, no, don't do this, don't do that. So they keep the children in this bubble, in esta burbuja, and then they never let children experience life. They never let the children experience failure, lo que es fallar, lo que es fracasar. They never let them fail. They never let them cry. They never let them get angry. And these are things that are necessary that children have to experiment, y los niños se tienen que arriesgar, porque si no se arriesgan de niños, no se arriesgan de adultos. So they'll never start a new business. So they'll never go after a new obstacle. So they'll never try something new because they'll be very afraid. Because when they were children, their parents said, no, that's too dangerous. So it's very important that, you know, we let our children take risks, take chances, and try things. And finally, number 12 is pet a cat you encounter when you encounter one on the street. O sea, significa toque un gato, acaricie un gato cuando se encuentre uno en la calle. And what that means is that we're always so busy because we're always working and we always have something to do, but life can finish tomorrow. And so sometimes we forget about how beautiful life can be. Sometimes you just have to take 5 minutes and just look at the sky and say, oh my God, thank God I'm alive. I have a job. I'm eating. You know, and we don't do that. I think we don't do that enough. And I'll tell you something that's super interesting. There was an artist, his name was, or an author, his name was Marcel Proust. And he has a book called Marcel Proust. What was the name of that book? It's a very long book. It has many chapters.
I'm going to buy and read.
Oh, that's este 12 reglas para mí es fantástico.
Yes.
Muy bueno, ya le voy a